What up, it's your boy Troy, back to break down another video. In this video, I have something very special for you. Usually when I start my videos, I say, hey, my name's Troy, I'm a best-selling author, speaker, and coach. But more importantly, what I want you to understand is I'm also a survivor of a divorce, a near-death experience, that's why I'm missing half my ear, and also bankruptcy after losing a business I had spent 10 years to develop. That's why I'm so inspired by videos like this, where people talk about overcoming their challenges in life, because that is the human experience. We will be looking at a video of Williamson and Alex Hormozi, two incredible individuals who share a lot of wisdom. The podcast itself is around 3 hours, so what I'm gonna do is share just 3 quick clips, and then we're gonna break these powerful insights down so that you can apply them to your life. And without further ado, let's break it down.
Successful people see opportunity in every failure. Normal people see failure in every opportunity. Both are right, only one gets rich.
Yeah, so this has been something I've been thinking about a lot, which is basically the shittiness of stuff, which is when you're growing in a business, it's very painful. When you're stagnating in a business and you're plateaued and you don't know what to do, it's very painful. When you're declining and you also don't know what to do, it's very painful. And so that means that all conditions of reality are painful. And so if pain is a prerequisite for reality, then it means it's just a signal that we are alive. And so in thinking about that, rather than pain as a problem, it is a signal that I'm breathing, and then becomes irrelevant.
Part of my journey was losing a business that I spent a decade to build. And for a moment in my life, I let that sink me. I was broke and I was broken. But then later on, when I was presented with other challenges, it was like I'd already been there. I already had the roadmap, and I knew what that direction led to. I'm like, I don't want to go that way. And so there was only one option, and it was to make the best of the situation. There's always 2 sides of the coin. One side of the coin is, yes, it's all the pain, the struggles, the woe is me, the victim mentality, but that leads you to nowhere. The other side of the coin is it could be a lot worse. Look at everything that is going right in your life. And when you train your brain to focus on those things, you slowly lead yourself in a different and much better direction. You allow these situations to shape you, to mold you, to sharpen your sword, and then pain becomes part of your story, because there is no testimony without the test. That's the journey of personal development. That's the journey of growth. Stepping into life and realizing that you're not static, meaning that who you are today is just who you are today. That will evolve over time. You can shape and craft yourself. And that's a beautiful thing. And as you do that, your outcomes naturally around you start to change. You change your reality from the inside out. You work on you, and then the things around you start to change naturally. The doorway to success is always inside. It always opens inward. That's what Alex is saying here, is pain is not to be necessarily avoided. But that's the only option. You either win or you learn to win. There's no such thing as failure. For something to be a failure, you have to agree to it in your mind. You have to say, oh yeah, that is a failure. But you create that reality or not. Rather, look through the lens of, I am learning to win in this moment. This situation is teaching me. And then your entire life becomes your teacher. And then nothing is a loss. The heartbreak, the setback, the broken dream, it's not done, baby. It's all part of the process. It's all helping you grow. So let your pain have a purpose.
We don't rise to the standards we have when others are watching. We fall to the standards we have when no one is watching. The only work that really matters is the work that no one sees. It shows you who you really are rather than who you say you are.
There's this line that I heard David Goggins say on Rogan, and I can't remember who he was saying it to or what he said in response to, but he just said, "I'm David Goggins, bitch." And I remember him saying it, and I thought to myself, you want to be able to say that in the mirror to yourself and not laugh at yourself. Mm-hmm. And the only way that I can do that is know that when no one's watching, I work harder than when they're watching.
Personally, I love this. This is one of my favorites because it really is always you versus you. Championships are not won on the field, the ring, the mat. They're won during the practice when no one is looking. Years ago when I was fighting, I'd come home after a long day of work, working out, sparring, training, all this stuff. And I remember I'd start to go to bed. I'd lay down and I had my shoes sitting next to the door. And it was almost like my shoes would talk to me. They'd be like, Troy, your opponent's going to sleep. Troy, your opponent's going to bed right now. Let's go run that hill behind the house. Come on, let's go jog. And I'd be like, damn, I ain't trying to do that right now. I'm trying to sleep. But I'd get up, I'd grab those shoes. It'd be dark outside and I'd go run that hill, up and down, run that hill. But then when it came down to the moment, it came time for the fight, for the match, I had this belief in myself that I was unstoppable because I had done those little things along the way to separate myself and create an edge. So I want you to think about, what is your edge? What are you moving towards? What is the little thing that you can do that's extra, that's outside of the norm? It could be something as simple as this. You know, when most people get into the elevator, everyone looks at their phone. Don't be that guy, don't be that girl. Talk to people, be open, engage. Maybe it means you work out a little extra, a little harder. Maybe it means you go out and you don't drink, you stay sober, and you allow your brain to understand social situations. Whatever it is, find your edge in those moments, because that is what gives you confidence, and that will be the thing that separates you at the end of the day. Because it's always the process that leads to the destination. No one's gonna pat you on the back when you get up to go work out at 5 a.m. There's no one there. No one's gonna pat you on the back when you're building your business plan, you're learning sales skills, whatever it might be. No one's gonna pat you on the back when you go talk to the girl, you get rejected over and over and over again. No one will be there to say, good job, keep going. Only time they show up is when there's actually moments of success. And in the reality of things, there'll be way less people there than you think. So you're always doing it for you. You're allowing yourself to become the best version of yourself. That is personal development. It's you versus you. It's always you versus you. And that allows you to let go of comparison, to let go of judgment. Those energies will hold you back in life. Rather, you escape that and you come into your own frame, your own energy, your own purpose, your own direction. You be certain with where you're going. You got this, baby.
This is from Mark Manson. Why I hate being around negative people. Being an asshole is a weak person's idea of strength. Complaining is their connection. Never let yourself be held back by other people's fears. People criticize what they're afraid to do themselves because bold action reminds them of their own inaction. If you're afraid to be criticized, why do you care about the opinions of those who are too timid to do it themselves? If you are the criticizer, does tearing down someone who has the courage you lack make you better?
People criticize because it helps them justify the risks they chose not to take, in the hopes that it'll dissuade you from doing it so that you can be in the exact same position as them, which then justifies that they made the right call.
At the end of the day, what is a hater anyways? Like, it's somebody who has not taken action. They haven't done the thing that you've done. If they did do the thing that you're doing, they would understand that path. They would have respect for you along the way. So don't give any energy, any life to a hater. Why would you do that? Again, you are doing things for you. This is your journey, your vision, and then you get to decide who you will invite onto that journey. Someday maybe it's your wife, maybe it's your kids, maybe it's friends, maybe it's other business partners, but you get to decide who those people are because you've earned your journey. You've done the hard thing. You've gone through the pain and found your purpose. But what are you gonna do? Stop because some fucking hater, someone's stupid ass opinion? And remember this as you go through your journey. You can either get bitter or you can get better. I hope you found this breakdown helpful. I will link the entire podcast down below. Again, it's a 3-hour podcast packed with information. Remember, you are the captain of your ship. You got this. I believe in you. I'm here to support you. That's why I make this content. So if you can do me a favor, make sure you subscribe. That really means a lot. And until next time, peace.